this book. It's entitled "We Are Replicants of the Houses Lived in William the Fields." And this particular artwork was done by my friend Kurt Bailey. And it's entitled Broadcast Image. Palm Up and Sleep for George Calamares. Your mother talks about dreams like my third grade teacher taught handwriting. Each ascent means marriage or the expectancy of children. Each descent means divorce or death. The rising of a lowercase letter is a precursor for coming back to the dotted line. The fall beneath the solid line precedes a loop, the ellipse that her daughter wants to draw as a circle. The strawberry-cut flower the doctor ignored when he delivered her, the shape that her husband sees in her waist at profile. It wasn't a lesson that she had remembered in school. She leads the ladies at the reducing class, shaping a ceremonious parade around the banquet table after church. They dip shrimp forks into the meatball trays to feel the weight in their palms. I watch her weigh each word, lift each of her hands, one palm up in ascent, cutting the invisible marker between sizes 8 and 9, grasping the blue ribbon between good wife and pretty mother. She savors each word before it leaves her mouth. When she talks about your daughter, she'll be a heartbreaker. Your mother is dying between each sleep. I'll just read one other poem from this book. What you captured. To my paternal grandmother. We stopped to pose the inevitable pose for you, taking the family portrait, grandmother, with the eye that sees pinhole burns in my father's shirt sleeve. You never knew that he smoked. I held the hand of my mother loosely as you adjusted your spectacles on your Swedish nose, sniffing the fabric my mother pieced with your sewing machine to make matching dresses, the color of filtered rays through the opaque lens of your screen door. I wore the same red shoes as I pass over the threshold. You won't see me on the day I'm married. Your coffin is how I remember you at age 4, after my mother's baptism, her straight black hair curled by the ceremonial dipping, the inevitable cleansing you insisted. I know you thought Buddhism wouldn't wash away easily. Beside me is the boy with the clean smile. His head is cocked towards the watch on my father's wrist. His hand reaches down towards mine as he could be about to brush off his pants, but you would have told him to stop at the moment you snapped the picture. His teeth puncture into his bottom lip. His eyes spread sideways toward his ears. Bangs on his forehead are too long. The stillness of the cherry blossom tree is what you really captured. The perspective slant of the window's blinds leans at a most fortunate angle. The separation of my parents' shoulders, the convergence of their sleeves, leave a pinhole ray of light that you perfectly centered, the house behind them tilting away from the bodies in front of itself and of you. some newer poems I'd like to share. I'll start with this one that just didn't make it to a computer. I am definitely a coffee addict. Excuse me. That was a lot in there. This poem is for Matt. I asked him to write me a couple of letters and to just be very frank about his experience in prison. He's in a high security prison, and I wrote this. I tried to do it kind of in his voice, so this is very raw. Been in prison. I am a wolf, cannot roam beyond razor fence, 400 feet from road, 450 feet from wood. I stare, the years pass. I travel 2 city blocks, no more, in the last 6 years. Cell houses, small as mice, 88 inmates fighting over traps, trays. The crumbs are loud, the walls are loud, the cracks are loud. There is only one volume anyone speaks. Air recirculates year after year. I breathe in the skin, the hair, the dust, the bugs. I am not affiliated. Everyone leaves me alone. I just hang. The undercurrent of rage and despair is my sunshine and my rain. When the current, if the current, how the current, how, now, tomorrow, always. I sit down. My buddy across from me is my back. Aramark feeds me the required, and I starve. With my ramen commissary, my commissary is only from the outside, and the outside is you. Are you there? I make my $38 a month if I sack or if I pet. My alcohol, Everclear, 20 ounce, is $50. My tobacco is $5 a cigarette. My drugs, well, you can guess. I eat my grub from cell and back in 10. That's what I get. That's all I get. Those 432 calories are gone by the time I get back. My cell is 12 by 8 with a guy I might or might not hate. Cold in winter, hot in the summer. I live in my bathroom, yeah. My first 2 years, claustrophobia. The shitter, my sink, my bed, my box, all like pets. With this dude I don't even know. He sings too loud, he shits too loud, he cries too much, and no one hears me sigh. The true blues I now know I fight for, no questions. Whether I got a headache, a heartache, if I'm drunk, ain't got no hooch no more. Suffering is my badge for 23 years. I woke, the fireflies, the cement bridge, the 5-year-old bride. some new poems. It is nothing. Sacrum screams, erythrocreme greasy in my hands. The injection in the small of my back must have slid down, up, down, up. The inevitable paper towel or hand towel or washcloth follows. Then maybe I will go to shoulder or knee. Tiger Balm, generic icy hot. I can't go a day without my heating pad, my ice packs, my trips to the gym. Hot tub, sauna, yoga pose, the stretches Liz taught me. Pilates. Breathe, I scream to myself. You're okay, I tell myself. You deserve to be happy, healthy. And this pain is nothing, nothing compared to what my mother has to go through. It is nothing. The chair. Sharon doesn't smile much. The new head of nursing in the special care unit has bright teeth, asks if we have concerns. Yes, says my father, we do, and proceeds to relay how aides neglect to use the brakes on Mom's wheelchair. I was the one who first noticed. I told Cheryl, head of nursing, on the phone on my way to the gym 2 days before. I remember them cleaning her in bed. I saw the bed sore, tailbone shaped, brown on white, emaciation, inability for legs to straighten at knees. My beautiful mother on a shitty pad, the aides flopping her around like a fish. So fastidious she was when she was mobile, so clean, reduced to a body loose, fragile. Still a young glamour-shy woman to me. They cleaned her, dressed her, readied her to chair, belted her, brought her off bed, the wheelchair slipping away 2 feet, her butt closing in on the floor, them nearly dropping her. The brakes aren't locked, I said. No answer. They yanked her up, used their feet to bring the chair closer. How frightened my mother must have been. How many times has this happened? Prednisone.
That's not be good.
My last shrink warned me it could make me manic.